Welcome back, everybody, to Rimworld. Before we dive into the episode today, I've got to give a thank you first and foremost to Bizarster, however you say that, who yesterday left a comment saying the tab icons you can revert in the settings for vanilla textures expanded. So I've gone ahead and done that, and that looks a lot better to me, a lot more straightforward than trying to decipher what is essentially hieroglyphs. So thank you for that one. I want to have a quick conversation then, starting off about the tech tree. Now, we've never really covered it before, because it's never really been relevant. And similarly, I've never really bothered doing much research into the research tree before, because it's not really been too relevant. To my understanding, it works in a fairly simple way, in that to go from Neolithic to medieval, you have to research most of the Neolithic shit. Similarly, to go from medieval to industrial, you have to research most of the medieval shit, etc., 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 obviously all the way through. However, because we're playing such an extensive and massive mod pack, we could go down a particular route and min-max things down a particular route whereby we might end up... And the greatest example of this I can think of personally is Rimatomics. Rimatomics has its own research system. We could quite literally be at the stage of the game where we have nuclear power, we have fusion power plants, we have massive Gatling cannons across the map, laser obelisks, whatever else, and the game would still consider us tribal because there is so much technology. We've never really had this issue before in any series. This is, again, the largest mod pack we've ever had. And it's the largest tech tree we've ever had by a very, very long way. So to make up for that, I have installed Tech Advancing. A lot of people were sort of discussing it in the comment section yesterday, and I thought, honestly, it's probably the best idea to go for that. So add to the Tech Advancing config then. I figured I'd show off what we're doing in the video. That way, if I make a mistake or if you think there's a better setting, let me know and we'll adjust that. Now, the one that we really care about right here is Rule B. Rule A is basically what I talked about. If the player researches all techs of a tech level X and below, the tech level rises to X. So, for example, if we research all of a tech level of 2, which in this case is Neolithic, we become 2 plus 1. So we go up to medieval. You could make it plus 2. So, for example, we could jump from Neolithic to industrial if we research everything in Neolithic. Now, I don't think that's a weird system. I like Rule B, which in this case is if we research more than a particular percentage of the techs, our tech level rises by Y, rises to Y plus whatever. I'm thinking... So, for example, if we research, in this case, 50% of the medieval technology, given that right now we are Neolithic, as it says there, Neolithic, we would become medieval. Now, there is a lot of technology in this. I'm thinking we drop it down to 30%. So if we research 30% of the medieval technology, we would become medieval. If we research 30% of the spacer stuff, we would be considered spacer. All that really allows us to do is research things faster, bearing in mind. It won't give us access to technology, well, let's bypass things. When you research something that's far beyond, so we could start researching drug formula right now, because it has no restrictions on it. But because it is all the way up there in spacer tier technology, that would take us the best part of years in-game to research. Years in real life to research. So we'll go ahead and... Oh, that's quite frustrating. I now can't remove that. It's stuck on the tech tree. Well, I might have to reload there. But yeah, I think that'll basically just give us access to all that technology. And we're not going to have to go through the massive rigmarole of researching for days and days and days on end. So that should make things a little bit more balanced, I think. The goal for today is, obviously, keep progressing through the tech tree. That should be fairly straightforward. In fact, we might have to reload. We should just be able to straight up replace it with some other technology. Obviously, shift-click on something cues it, but if we just straight up click on something, it will... Yeah, replace it. Good shit. Okay. The goal for today, then, is keep grinding through the tech tree, sort out some early-game power issues. What I want to do is get the Great Wall built. That's the important thing here. Now, we've already got a lot of marble bricks, as you can see. We need some bridges to get over some of these areas, so I'll have to start research on one of the bridge mods relatively soon. But I want to get a massive wall around the entire base. Something akin to that. That means that, sure, it won't stop enemies, especially a 1-block thick wall. We can make it 2, 3, 4 blocks thick if we really feel like it later on, make ourselves more susceptible to mechanoids and drop pods and whatever else. It essentially will give us a little bit of time to react, especially if we leave holes in the wall, like here, for example. That will force all the enemies to come through this swamp. Now, we're not going to killbox it or anything, but it would give us a few more seconds of breathing time to get our people equipped and running over there. The only problem with building a city rather than using the killbox is not so much the challenge of defending from a point that isn't fully locked down. What the difficulty really comes from is, of course, drafting everybody over and getting them over there fast enough before the enemies have overrun our base. Even getting from this end of the base over down to here, in no time the enemy will, I mean, especially if they spawn over there, can have our buildings burnt down. So That's the real difficulty. So crawling through a swamp right now would be a little bit more helpful. And then as we progress, we might even feel like opening things up a bit more, especially as we get turret. Oh, right, yeah. Strong armor's dying. I remember now. 99% immunity. Okay, nothing to worry about. The other thing is the anima tree is now ready to be linked. The anima grass requirements for linking rituals to upgrade sidecasters are 18 anima grass for fingers. So I assume it becomes more and more expensive then as we go through things. I mean, evidently not, but I'm going to assume it by the way they've phrased that. Fingers? Link, my brother. Give me some more power here, Chief. I don't know how we're kind of expected to stay on top of the side focus, given I dropped it down 50%, and it's still... I mean, with 2 hours of meditation a day, it's not even got close to that. Maybe the higher his psychic level, the less his psi focus falls. What is it now? 3.5%, 5.5%, 7.5%. No idea. Maybe we should also craft him some of the psi focus gear if that's possible. It'd be weird if that was just Empire only, given that they've tried to, or high technology, I should probably say, given that they've moved it away from being a purely Empire focused thing. There we are. Linking ritual complete. Cool. And he's got water skip. I don't know if that's any good. It still falls at the same value, to be fair. Okay. I mean, that's fine. Maybe I just need to, as he gets stronger and stronger, maybe get something combat-worthy. What does that do? Oh, wait. That's really good in hindsight. I saw this one in the video that Tynan put up. Right, so this is the one where you can just... Say, for example, you were to build your base entirely out of bamboo like a fool. You could hit the walls with some water. Yeah, actually works pretty well. Oh, I don't know what it is about that, but that's pretty fucking good. So someone's assassinated this little anime character. Oh, God. Oh, just as it was full of milk as well. Man, that one really got me. Can't help but notice that winter seems to be kicking in. We've got, to get us through the winter, we've got 1,200 squashes, 1,500 corn, 1,300 blue corn, and then a bunch of pumpkins, and that's it. Oh, and of course, 1 turkey. What the fuck is that? Oh, guppy. Right. So from where we're... Did I even put down a fishing zone? That might have to be how we live now. So you are the fisherman. Okay, so definitely leave that guy there just fishing all day, I think, is essentially the only way we could do it. Ayumi has lost the trait of sea tick. I didn't even know Ayumi was a sea tick. Oh, he's a prisoner. Oh, that's not too bad. Now, the other thing as well is to quickly point out that apparently the locks mod was made by the same person who made the prison labor mod. So they, not only do they work in conjunction with one another, but it is the case that if we unlock the door, it will allow the prisoners just to walk through, which obviously I thought was a bit strange given the prisoners that can't normally interact with doors like that, but apparently it means that we can keep them shut. More importantly, it means they're not going to freeze to death during the winter. Yep, there we are, working perfectly. Nice. I just wanted to keep an eye on it, make sure that we didn't have some other mod basically overriding that causing some issues. How's the Great Wall coming along? Not bad, but a little bit down here, a little bit over there, a little bit at the top. I should have already done it section by section, shouldn't I? Should have already done like this bit first, then this area, then this area. In fact, it's probably not too late to cancel some of these designations quickly. Right, what are we looking for here? Cancel button. Excuse me, sir. Where's the orders? That's probably what we want. Seems to be no cancel button there, brother. There it is. Oh, it's a bit strange. It's going to take a while to get used to that. I'm still not sure if I like it. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I mean, it's okay. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I can understand that with a bit more practice, it could probably be more practical than the regular one. Just from the search menu, particularly with the massive mod pack. You know, imagine when we get a load of shit and then it's on the old Rimworld menu. Obviously, it's going to be filling this stuff up. It's going to be insane, especially with shit like floors. Production is going to be nuts. We've seen that in other series. So with this new architect tab, it could be a little bit more convenient for us. Given the winter's coming up as well, the prisoners really aren't going to have much to do. We've still got 3 people that aren't recruited right now. So what I'm thinking is we'll put down a quarry here. Now, I've sent a pretty good blueprint for a decent layout that will make a lot of sense as well, particularly as we want to expand the storage area too, right? So we capitalize on the area we've already got as prison as an additional storage room. We can always make the wall sign up later on. We could use this as a raw resource dumping zone. That way, as the person who sent me it quite rightly points out, the prisoners won't get access to weapons or anything, but they can still store all of the goods in a stockpile zone. We kind of did something similar in the medieval series with Bonnet Bigley, where we had undead mining in a quarry and leaving it in a sort of neutral area for our other people to come through and pick it up and drag it into here. Now, in that series, it was because if people saw undead, they were very sad. But in this one, it's obviously to stop the prisoners getting themselves armed and trying to escape. So what we'll do then is we'll put down, obviously, the quarry here. We might want to somewhat put that indoors, otherwise they'll start freezing to death. We'll do something like that. Now we can kind of capitalize on that in a couple of ways. We'll have this area as like a I'm trying to remember what the original blueprints were. Let me just quickly pull them up. Yeah, so I agree with how this is laid out. Let's have a decent zone for prisoners to live their lives. We could carve up a little bit of that for a bathroom as well. We've got beds, bathroom, quarry for where they'll do most of their work. They can have a little bit of a recreation area or something. Gives them access to the farms, gives them access to the meditation, and then we can use this as a stockpile that was convenient to our storeroom, and it stops the prisoners getting access to weaponry. I think that's quite a nice change. Oh, shit. Is there anyone nearby? No. You're our closest person. Run. Is there anyone else who can stop our little anime pet being butchered? Run! Oh my god, I bet this didn't happen in the original show. Wow. So brave. So brave. This new season of anime has just been something really unique, huh? Oh, now it's dead as dicks. Well, never mind then. Go back to your business. I suppose it takes away a little bit of colony wealth at the end of the day. That's a shame, because that's one of the two that were automatically turning up our base as well. Ah, there we go. Excellent. Okay, so solar panels are done. Let's get a couple of those down. I guess we could put it over here. You know, use this area as a fishing zone. Might turn it into a bit of a natural garden. We do have the Nature is Beautiful mob, which means that if we give them a little bit of an outdoor area for walking or some outdoor activities, that'll fulfill some of their recreations, and it'll be quite a fast turnaround on that. So stick some solar panels out here then. It's also fairly well defended right now. If we do something like... So we want our people to still be able to get out there. So when we turn this into a storage zone, put a double door there. Shouldn't block too much of their move route. 4 solar panels overkill? I think you can really have overkill when it comes to power, especially when we're already running out quite significantly. There we are. Gives us a little bit of room for future expansion of extra little workbenches or whatever else will actually drain the power. So I think for our next bit of research, we could go for... No, let's go sewage... Sludge composting. Bear in mind, we've already started to build up a decent amount of waste. Let's go after that for, I'm thinking something like bridges? I think bridges probably couldn't hurt at this stage in hindsight. What are we looking at? Excuse me. Bridge. Right, so what is it we need? Deep water bridges? I guess we could just go all in on it. Heavy bridges, deep water bridges. What do those allow us to do? Construct heavy structures, and those are for, I guess, oceans. So that's probably not so relevant. Though heavy bridges, I'm pretty sure it goes over light water, but lets you build structures on it, which you can't normally do. I have no idea. We'll start, well, I mean, we'll just start with heavy bridges. If that solves the problem, that's fine. If not, we'll have to continue on to deep water bridges anyway. So the reason I want to get that, the composting down, welcome, Bringer. Will now be called Matteo, a reclusive child and a tamer. Animal skill, obviously, depressive, asexual, nudist. Depressive is pretty bad, but over time that will hopefully flip over as long as we keep her in a decent mood for long enough. Obviously, that's quite difficult to do because she's depressive by nature. Animal skill, excellent. We need an animal handler, so you are now a dedicated animal expert. Just go ahead and copy over a different schedule for the time being. Means we can take you off of it, seeing as you've got enough on your plate already, like plenty on your plate. Also is our warden there. Gives strong arm a bit more time, but it means we're also not sacrificing the animal training or anything like that. Obviously no building for you because you're garbage. Harvesting grower is fine. Still quarrying is obviously a pretty decent catch-all job all round. Harvesting. Oh, he's good enough now where it's not gonna fuck things up for us. Fine, all right, we'll leave you on that. He will still obviously fail multiple times, but I'm sure we can afford it. Besides that, I think you're okay how you are then, Matteo. We can have you cleaning. Bear in mind, you're just dealing with animals right now. Having another cleaner on board now that we've actually lost one of the cleaning animals probably wouldn't hurt. Combat supplier. Hey, that could be pretty good because we have got people with, I mean, crappy clubs, basic pistols, bows and arrows are probably a bit more of a pressing concern in hindsight than actual automatic weapon. I'm pretty sure that's the auto pistol, right, that you've got there? Yeah, auto pistol, fine. So we'll see if we can't save up enough to buy something from these guys, but I'm not hyper confident. Hopefully they don't just turn up with the Ratkin only weaponry, otherwise that'll kind of shoot us in the ass. Right, trade with them. Please have something, for the love of God. Anything that's better than a bow and arrow would be pretty incredible. What? Oh, there you are. So probably because of poor health, still gets to 16%, so still probably our best person there. Right, what have you got? Advanced components. Oh, those are ours, obviously. Medicine would be kind of nice. Ibuprofen. Receptor antagonist. What is that? It's a drug that blocks drugs needs by binding and blocking any drugs that... Sorry, hang on. The receptor antagonist is a drug that blocks drugs needs by binding to and blocking any drug's receptor rather than activating it like an agonist. What? This drug will satisfy chemical This drug will satisfy chemical needs and ease the drug addiction at the same time. Oh, right. Okay. I suppose agonist in this case, they mean an addicting drug. A negatively impactful drug. Okay. It's very confusing, but I get it. Alright, so we'll also sell them all of this extra crap. We could smelt it down, but it's not much point given that we've got the quarries and whatever else going on for us. Probably be more effective to actually be working in the quarry. You can have the electromagnetic vibrate knife. They've got beta poly scalpels. 24,000. With a whopping 100,000 hit points. Fucking hell. Oh, they do have weaponry. Hey, here we go. Okay, get rid of all this crap. We've got a crossbow, which in hindsight would be better than a regular bow and arrow, I assume. Probe mother-in-law. Is she alright with that? 896. What is that? Wow, that's cleared it up. 2.2 armor penetration. 90%? 90%? Yeah, I'll take one of those. Give me that. Also, give me that modular rifle. Ooh, exo frame. Those are quite fun. So those are like power armor, but without the armor plating. So you just get, as it says there, system of motors, pneumatics, levers, hydraulics. Global move speed, work speed. Hang on, that coming right. Move speed plus 1.20. Really? That's massive. And then we get work speed plus 10% as well. I'd love to be able to afford that if we can just about pull it off. We'll see if we can sell them something else. Rabbi.Dept energy supply uniform. Me too. Do you want some Psychite tea, friend? How about some cigarillos? No? So we can sell them the fox. Yeah, give them the fucking fox. I don't want that. Do we want a fox or do we want guns to kill our enemies? I think that's a fairly obvious solution. Who do we want to give what? I mean, Horn is our builder and has a lot on his plate. So I'm going to give you the industrial exoplate. We're going to give Brrainz... can you equip the better weapon? No. Range loadout too heavy. I mean, he's also got the Rat King gun. I think... Let's give these guys the modular rifle and the mother-in-law prober. No path. Where are you? Oh, you... you fucking idiot, Jimmy. For fuck's sake. Right, okay. Let's try that again. So, Horn gets the exoframe armor. Wherever it's gone. It's under that horse. Give me that. You get this one, which is already on. And then Jimmy gets the mother-in-law probe. Perfect. If I can find it in our shelves, somewhere is the crossbow, which we'll give to Matteo. I need to set up a weapons locker, like a dedicated weapons locker, just in case anyone is down, to go for surgery, whatever. Weapons will be hauled into that rather than me having to dig through. Fuck it. Let's go ahead and build one of those quickly. So storage, we want a weapons cabinet. That's what we're after. In hindsight, A, I think I sold the crossbow, but B, Matteo has 8.39 melee. So yes, we'll stick with that in hindsight. I should have kept that vibrate knife, because I think we had... Oh, no, maybe we would have still needed to sell it. Because we haven't got any silver left now, right? Which one is it? This one? Hang on, don't tell me. This one? This one. One of these is silver. Here we are. 274. Yeah, we could have afforded to keep the crossbow in hindsight. That means we need another bedroom as well. Let's go back to our blueprints tab and go ahead and stick down... Excuse me, my rotate button doesn't seem to be working, brother. That seems to be an issue with this, I guess. Oh, there we are. Oh, you have to close the menu to do it. Ugh, that's a bit of a pain in the ass, isn't it? Oh, never mind. Put that there. Gives us a nice barrier around the actual map edge, which I think is fine. Yeah, we'll keep that in place. And then we could also put another building there if we really want to capitalize on the space. All right. We'll leave it like that for the time being. How many more bedrooms do we need? Has everyone got a bedroom besides Matteo? Yes, they do. I guess this gives us a good excuse to test out this new weapon then, huh? Draft up. Let's get up here, and let's get revenge for our anime pet that was savagely destroyed by this warg. What's the range on this thing? Impressive. Like, it's massive. Okay, pull back a little bit, and kill him dead. Kill him dead. Oh, the fucking sound effect. It's like an old western. Oh, brilliant. Okay, feeling lucky, warg. Let's see what you've got. Come on. Fucking my god, that's going to get so distracting, isn't it? Wow. Nothing but high quality content. Okay, you need to hold us. We need to send him some friends. Strong arm. Bring your gun. Horn, bring your gun as well. Run, Jimmy! God, shit. Come on, get out of there. Go, go, go. Run, 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 run. Fire, fire, fire. Please, someone hit it, for fuck's sake. There. Kill it. Actually kill it this time, though. We're not just going to let it run away with its tail between its legs. We need to put this thing down before it comes back. Is he alright? Yeah, okay, there we are. He's taking a few scratches, but he definitely needs patching up. Come on. Back off, Horn. God, and then it's fucking off again. Oh, you know what? Sod this. Running gun, kill it dead. Running gun and kill it dead. Sick of this damn thing. Thank you. Okay, right. You guys go back to work. Get yourself patched up. And that will be a nice winter meal. We've got sewage, sludge, composting, which we had last series to convert down basically everything that comes out of the septic tank into a natural fertilizer. It increases the growth rate significantly, but it is a bit of a finicky thing to try and pull off. Compost box, that's what we're after. The biosolids composter. 45 steel per go as well, so it's not as if we're going to be able to churn out much, but we do need quite a lot to get the operation working, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and just line that wall with some bucket. Yeah, see, we've got a lot of crap that we're kind of working on right now with the outside wall, obviously setting up the prisoner things. We've got kind of half a building over here as well. Kind of spreading our guys too thin. What we need really is another good builder. Because with only Horn doing it, I've drafted one of the prisoners to try and help out. But it's a lot of work for 2 people. Another power conduit has been fused out because of the large current in your power grid. Oh. Well, that doesn't seem up to spec at all. Does that mean we have to use, the industrial cables? I noticed there were those. Heavy power conduit, industrial cables. Oh, shit. Oh, what? So our power cables will just occasionally fail. Because of our heavy current. Ah, yes. That remind me about how heavy that fucking current is. This is probably if you hit a grid excess of a certain amount. So with both the wind turbines, like, spinning right up and then solar panels, if you have a grid excess of, like, I don't know, 5,000 watts or something, it might fuse some of the cables. No idea. That's a little frustrating. Oh, my God. Look at all those steels. Okay. Sure. I'll take it. Why not? And then we've got some copper there as well. We might as well do that. And then if we mine all designations... There we are. Wow, it's almost an entire mountainside of steel. Good God. Now, with the quarry, and this is also going to tie into something else I'm going to suggest, as maybe our next mega project after we finish the big external wall going around the entire map. With the quarry, because it's very difficult to light the center of it, because obviously the wall lights don't expand that far over, we're going to have to rely on the skylights mod. Which will essentially let us open up the center of it, keep it bright. That way they can work at the decent speed and they're not going to be in complete darkness, they're not going to get the darkness debuff. What I'm thinking as well, we could put skylights over this entire ring in the center. And then we could heat it and keep it as a biodome. So even if winter hits in, obviously it's winter right now, but if a cold snap sets in, the crops will still grow. That would be kind of fun, but it would be very, very different. Oh, shit, they count as man-made? No. Oh, that would suck. Maybe it's just the designation then. After it's built, it doesn't... Oh, yeah, construct a roof because you can't have roof over trees. Shit. That's a bit tragic. Okay, we'll do a similar thing out here then. That's a shame. This is just going to have to be a big open garden at all times. Damn. To be honest, having used the architect menu now for a couple of episodes, it's kind of getting on my nerves a little bit. It's probably because I'm so used to the base game one, but I mean, the only convenience it offers is the search bar, and I really, really like the search bar. It'd be good if there was a mod that just gave us a search bar for the regular Rimworld interface. That would be fantastic. If we want to find things, all we've got to do is control click it, and that takes us to the search bar anyway, right? So it's not going to be any less convenient, really, doing it this way around. Ah, trade ship named after me at long last. They're known as Cool Company. They're an exotic goods trader. Well, we might as well see what they've got there now. Oh, Brrainz and Strong are both simultaneously leveling up there, too. I will actually check the level up mod in a minute. Where is that gone? Level. Right, there it is. I guess we get Strong Arm once again to go and trade with these guys, see what they've got to offer. Nanami has contracted diarrhea from dirty water. Happens quite a lot, unfortunately. Plasteel. That's what we need. How much plasteel was it we needed again? Hang on, pause. 50 plasteel. We've got 10 right now, so we need 40 plasteel. And then gold we've got more than enough of, and that's it. Okay, we'll buy plasteel. We'll buy steel if they've got it. So can't actually sell them enough to be able to afford it. Oh, bollocks. We'll have to trade some gold for plasteel. Oh, yikes. Come on. We just need to get to minus 50. Oh, no. We're good. We can just afford it with 1 gold spare. That's ridiculous. 1 gold spare, obviously, after we've... Oh, yeah, there we are. 21. We needed 20 for this. So that leaves us 1 gold spare overall. Unbelievable. Let's get working on that right now, then, because he's got a lot of research ahead of him, so we might as well just go and whack that one out. Give Brrainz all the opportunity he can. That's so comical. I hate it. Why did they bother adding their own sound effects if they wanted it to sound like a fucking Smith & Wesson? It's just terrible. Question is, where do we go from here? Do we want to start down the clothes production? Because as we found out from basically every other series, we've had the vanilla expanded mod pack, the clothes added by it are very, very good if you get the loadouts decently. So I think we'll start going down that next to give ourselves a bit more work speed bonus. I'd love to go into things like flak armor wouldn't be bad. I don't even know where to start. It's ridiculous. You know what? If you've got any suggestions, comment section for where to begin with this ridiculous mod pack, throw them my way. We go with things like deep drilling, we could go things like the industrial mod, because we haven't checked that one out for a very, very, very long time. We've got all the Polaris block mods as well. There's just so much to see, and I don't even know where to begin. Oh, there we go. The so 20 anima grass allows us to link fingers again. Right, obviously get on that straight away, fingers. Begin linking ritual. This seems a lot easier to do than via the methods of the Empire, which was obviously a massive pain in the ass. You had to build massive monuments, look after creatures for days and days on end. You had to fight massive raids. This is just sit at a tree. You know, grass go burr and all that. And it just seems to be so much more effective. I worried that they might make tribal too powerful, but then again, you're also tribal to make up for it. You know, you don't have the Cataphract's armor, the Zeus hammers, and the psychic abilities. Gives them something to actually mess around with. Okay, what's he got? Beckon. What does Beckon do? Teleports people to him, right? Psychically command the target to approach the caster. Oh. What were the bonuses for that, then? People who have weapons who have a minimum range? People on mortars? Pass. Don't know what the practical application of that could be. That was fast. Never mind, then. I can't believe how quickly they managed to get that one done. Holy shit. Oh, wait, that was complex clothing. Sorry, my bad. That's the one before casual wear. The one thing I wanted to check then very briefly as well, seeing as we actually bothered to do it today, is what can we do with these? If a bridge falls, the building on top of it fall as well. How would a bridge fall? Yeah, so that only, again, goes into shallow water. I think. Yeah, it wasn't just matching that. Okay, so we still need the other tier of bridges, but for covering up holes in the walls like that, that's more than sufficient. Oh, look, another one's bugged out. Feeling stressed. Yeah, me too. So last time we saw them, somebody suggested that what might have happened with them was when they collapsed, they have something that can resurrect them. I believe it's like, I don't know which one it was, but they said that they have an item that can bring them back to life. So I'm assuming that's probably what happened yesterday. Maybe the emergency food or something like that. Anyway, man, we need to keep an eye on them. Is there any way they could just die without us intervening so much? If they're stood still... Oh, they're outside of the map edge too, though. Shit. Let's just keep an eye on them again. Let's hope that this time they... Could we rob them while they're down? Get in there. Kick them to death. No. They are an immortal too, so we've got to be very careful we don't fuck with them too much. Seems as if the malnutrition doesn't affect them either on the fact that they are immortal. Not really sure. We could wait for them to go on break and then potentially do something. Oh, what if it goes... And the temperature might take them out. Although I imagine their armor probably gives them a ridiculous fucking temperature defense, doesn't it? Yep, minimum comfort. Yep, exactly what I thought. Minus 90 degrees. I don't think there's going to be any way to scum this up, unfortunately. Right, let's get strong to go and trade with these traders then for the timing. See what they've got for us. So, you've got a house cat. Well, I mean, that could work pretty well, seeing as we lost some of the other ones. Planetarium. I mean, I know what the planetarium is, but in this... Okay, well, obviously not in that... addiction, what? Save dose interval, never say... Okay, it's not what I thought it was, then. I don't think that's for astronomy there, Toto. Addiction severity per dose, 10%. Fucking hell. Right, I guess we'll ignore that. What have you got for me? Psi Trainer, those are actually going to be pretty relevant now, but unfortunately not so much when it's one that we've already got. Oh, wow. Beta Poly Grand Statue. 250,000 hit points, and all it is a giant naked muscly man. The piece depicts a comedian holding a hatchet. The image is bordered by several comedians. The image somehow expresses both exhaustion and vengeance. We'll name it YouTube Video Gaming. Thank you. My God. Okay. These guys have nothing for us, unfortunately. Thank you. I appreciate the trading, regardless. Let's go trade with the black market trader now, see what they've got. I mean, these are great. The computer components, magnetic cores, I'd love to be able to buy those as soon as possible. Tunnel tube wood looks pretty cool. Build a whole base out of that. That'd be fantastic. Charon armor, 195,000? Fueled by Eternium, 200% armor to everything, 500 insulation against the cold and the heat, 2,500 max shield energy. It's got an inbuilt shield, and it gives +4 move speed. Ridiculous. Fuck, what have I done? The more I see, just the worse it gets. Beta Poly Relief. Beta Poly Obelisk. Just get out of there. We can't afford any of this shit for so long. Oh, there we go. They slept it off and now they're moving again. That's a bit of a shame. I was kind of hoping we could do something about that. Oh, they've almost finished the wall. There's like one more block to go. Look at that. I mean, we've got over a third of it done easily. We're almost halfway through the wall construction. We might as well go ahead and take it to this bottom section now. Oh, no. Capybara. That's fine. We ran out of... Oh, my God. No, that's not fine. 39 of them? Good God. I guess we'll back off all the way up here or something. 39? We're going to get destroyed. I was going to say that, obviously we're out of lentils. We need that to cook our stew. So that will come in, or we're more specifically dumping all the lentils immediately into the stew, so we're almost out again. This will bring in a decent amount of meat, unless they've all got that disease, haven't they? Yeah, Scaria. So I'm hoping we can keep some of them alive here, but this is fucking insane. This is absolutely mad. 39? Do have run and gun now, though, so we can... I've enabled it, specifically. So we can get a move on. Oh, God, fingers. What the fuck are you doing? Oh, good lord. Well, at least they're going for fingers, I guess, rather than... That's giving our people time to gun a few more of them down here. This is outrageous. This is unbelievable. Swap over. Swap over. Get at the front. Melee attack him. Get in there. Look at them go. There's so many. There's so many. We're going to die. We're going to fucking lose to Capybara. Get over there. Get over there. Hack them apart. You guys line up this way. Backs to the wall. You guys come over here too. Backs to the wall. Move. Jimmy, move. Horn. Horn is down. Ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely fucking insane. Wolf. Wolf is here. Wolf is not going to win this by himself. I'm sorry to say it. Wolf, you are so screwed now, my friend. Good luck. Yeah, let's do it. You never know. He might somehow pull this out of the bag. Give him time. Run, Wolf. Bait them around. Bait them around. Fucking my God. I just don't know what the game thought it was doing, sending us 40 Capybara. I'm going to have to do this for a few years. And hope that our people don't bleed out in the meantime. What we got? 5 hours, 3 hours, 1 hour, 1 hour. We're dead. We're fucking... This is game over. Good God. Bobbert's gone. I just don't know... we're not even on Merciless anymore, for fuck's sake. And we never had anything that difficult in the last series. What's the colony wealth looking like then, that it feels like it can send that our way? 126,000. Fucking Christ. From buildings? From buildings? We've got 50k? Really? For putting everything out of freaking bamboo? Okay. Cruise is obviously quite high. Still items that are doing it more than anything else. What have I stockpiled accidentally that's adding this much shit to our... I mean, is it the bamboo? It might actually quite literally be all down to how fast this bamboo is growing. 6,000. And how much is it worth a piece? Oh. $1. I see. I'm starting to see the issue a little bit here. Right. Change of plan. No more bamboo. No more bamboo 2020. Here's an idea. Let's go full-blown... to be honest, all of these Three Sisters plants are pretty good. Let's go full-blown lentil. Fuck it. I'm going to turn the difficulty down. I've swapped it over to Cassandra, though, instead of Randy. We want a more consistent experience rather than just, here's some apparel, here's some garbage, and then here's a raid of 40 Capybara that not our chance in hell. The difficulty description was, for a player who wants to struggle to survive, which is true. But that was not a struggle. That's like a guaranteed loss. There's no way in fuck we could have fought that. We could have fought it if we had more people. It's simply a fact that the firepower that we've got is not enough to compensate for that many people. It is now that we've got armor-piercing weapons against a bunch of unarmored targets, which is obviously very slow firing as well. Another level for fingers, you say? Oh, 20 again. Okay, fair enough. Do it. Fine. Begin the ritual. So what's he got again? Pain block, water skip, beckon. All relatively useless, I'd say. Maybe they've made the higher tier sidecasts, like the things like the cooler stuff, like the bullet shield. So fingers crossed we'll start seeing some of those soon. And done. Nice. What have we got? Smoke pop. Hey, that one actually seems somewhat useful. Let's give dust cloud pulls up from the ground surface to form a thick cloud, reduce the accuracy of any shot fired through it, prevents turrets from locking on entirely. That sounds really, really good. Yeah, okay. Especially for an immortal as well. Block our way, get in there with a melee weapon, hack them to bits. Yeah, I like that. Then we'll put up a little thing here for our prisoners. There we go. Perfect. Right, so this we want to flip back over to prisoner beds. And where are they sleeping right now? Where are they right now? Oh, they're just outside. Okay, well, fair enough. There we are. That should allow them to... I was going to say I didn't unlock the doors. There we are. So we're going to have the prisoners working either in the quarry or on the fields constantly, and that's it. We've got ourselves a pretty decent prison setup there. I quite like that. I quite like that as a layout. Retail trader? What? Okay. Welcome from the security force. Yep, no, they seem They seem like a caravan we want to rob. We'll see what they've got in a second. We've also got a combat supplier. And I think there was another trade caravan that turned up a second ago as well. Either way, look at the Great Wall. We're almost finished with it here. I'd say we're definitely into the last third of the wall left to do now. This bottom section is coming along quite nicely. Obviously, this side is taking a massive chunk out of it too. A few more marble blocks, and we'll be good. I know it was better to build out of granite, but we haven't got granite. We've only got limestone. So, the quarry, 14 out of 100 on the steel front. The prison is basically done as well. I did unlock those two, didn't I? Yeah. New quarry is basically done as well, so that's going to work pretty well in our favor. So, we're never going to run out of steel again like we were, because we'll just have the prisoners working on that. Or not. We can't have the... does it count as mining? Maybe we could just do mining. Oh, fuck, no. Really? Well, I guess that's ruining that one then. Because we won't have the prisoners mining in the quarry. Because it turns out they can't mine in the quarry. Is there a way to enable that? Is that like in the prison labor mod? Can we enable that as a setting? Prison labor. Allowed work types. Quarry. Quarry. Hey, there we go. Perfect. Nothing to worry about. Turns out, mod makers beat me to it. Perfect. Hey, I'm pretty happy with that then. So that means that we've got still got the ability to get our prisoners working in the quarry. Should keep us nicely on top of our resources. We really have no steel right now whatsoever, because our people are too busy trying to keep some food going for the winter. I think I will cut down on the farms a little bit. So we've got psycho tea, we've got regular tea, and we've got coffee all on the agenda. And I feel like we kind of need to stick to one. Or maybe cut down the production of all three. Let's turn down the tea a little bit. Let's cut down a bit more than that too. The coffee will reduce down a little bit as well by a couple of rows, just where it's not grown, obviously. What else we got here? Plenty of lentils. We got a ridiculous amount of lentils. This one they're trying to replace with the Three Sisters crop, so we've got a lot of these going for us as well. Let's go ahead and shrink this one down, try and get some variation. So this one is CLS, this one is BCLP, and this one is CBS, and then we've got some lentils there too. So those are the only four ones that are actually obviously growing edible crops. I mean, we can't really afford to cut back, or I won't cut back on the heal route. I think that's a little bit too important. But yeah, besides that, we'll see how they get on. I might need to cut down even further still. Maybe this is overkill on the lentil front. What I might even do is get rid of this one and then replace that with floors. So concrete over it. What about grass? Blue around... Oh, that's cool. Yeah, let's just put grass in front of it then. Sod it. There we are. We were going to wood over it anyway, right? So we might as well put something down that looks a bit more natural. Wow, shit. Well, that was fast. Level 5, 22 animal grass. We can now psychically link fingers. I'm going to keep linking after that, because as it says, we can still link Shagrat, Jimmy, Jimison, Matteo, and Icewolf to the tree as well. And honestly, why the hell not? Why not give everybody more strings to their bow, even if I'm not going to specifically use them as prison break, really? You're both right there. Who's trying to break out? What are they playing at? Yeah. A stunning display all around, really. Fucking fantastic prison break. I honestly thought they were going to make it then for a second. I think so did they. His finger's still linking. Yeah, there we are. Do we need to capture you, or are you digging a bamboo wall? Oh, for fuck's sake. Hold the ritual. Good God. Don't you... Right, thank you. That's what I thought. Good God. Probably won't try that again in a hurry. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea. Let's break out now while everybody's at the magic tree as one man upgrades to the highest level of magic tree power. This is a great time to go for an escape. Idiots. What a fucking dehydration? What? Oh, they don't have a work basing, so we haven't got enough steel. Oh, come on. Of all the reasons to die, that's a pretty bad one. So they didn't actually die of dehydration. What actually happened was their consciousness was lowered by the dehydration, I would assume. Nope, it's not even that. I don't know what the hell killed them then. Dehydration moderate. What is it? So they just... Hang on. That says that... Oh, maybe it did lower it. It's just the fact that we can't see the effects now that they've died. So probably what happened was they lowered the consciousness enough so that the blood loss killed them. That's a bit of a strange way to phrase it. Anyway, let's go ahead and leave that here for today. We'll let Fingers obviously finish off the last of his ritual, but the only thing really left to do now is to crack out with the rest of the Great Wall. The farm reduction, I think, was a good idea. I think it was. They're actually on top of it for the first time in a very, very long time. So I think that's going to pay off. Going to allow our people to actually work in the quarries a little bit more. Boom. What do we get? Berserk. Berserk is really good, isn't it? That drives enemies berserk rather than... Yeah. So if they turn up, cataphracts armor, hammers, whatever, just make one of them go mad. That's actually really, really good. I'm happy with that one. In the meantime, then, thank you all for watching. thank you to the new patrons for their support during the period of June. And a thank you goes out to Noah, Gogolus, Emerald Ghost 11, Odie, Limpy George, Anthony Gawley, Scary Scurvy, Cobalt Lotus, Alex, Blue the Bard, Layla, Asanikoto, Atmosis, Justin Wallace, and everyone else at the Insane Tier levels on Patreon for making the channel possible in the first place. Thank you all for another month of supporting your local independent YouTube person. I need a scriptwriter. If anyone's looking for a job. Thank you as well to Couch Sitter, Flom, Mason Fireblast, Warcats, Lampy, Emerald Beam, Hey, I'm Alex, Hoopalea, Valkyrie, Caron24, Evan Dragon 323, Devorda, Attila, Russian Oligarch Billionaire, and Outer Mostly as well for their support over at Patreon.